I can let my cat.
Whoa. All right, guys, it's another day. We are out with the double stacker. I moved the hitch. Look, you can always tell that you got a good level going with your trailer when you're sitting in the driver's seat and you can look down the plane of the trailer. We have it swapped and I love it. It is a great height. Just gooseneck chain hooks, it's all good. You can swing it, you can 90 degree it, doesn't hit the cab. It doesn't hit the bed anywhere. We are just golden. It's like you can almost drive around like the trailer's not even there. And it doesn't hit anything and it tracks really well. It's just golden. All day, no sweat. Very I mean, sometimes it's a bummer having a trailer but we got a door in the front, so I can just open the door and snip off some of these branches. Open that window, snip off those branches. This is it right here. That's the corner of the property. Now there's people waiting. We have a store going here. We just got a call that Frank's truck just died. He fired it back up and it was not happy at all, and it went back down to nothing. Injector knocking, making all kinds of racket, being all kinds of crazy. So we're waiting right now for Frank to get his upper fuel filter cap off, and we're going to see if he has fuel in the bowl. We're on our way back to the shop. Frank's bringing his truck tomorrow. It's broke. Something big too. We're actually going to the shop to set Ron's truck down. Because Frank's is coming front and center right now. I assure you, Frank is not taking it more serious than me. All right, here we are. Ron's cab's about to go down. We got his table all sitting right here. Everything's all safe. It was ready to continue the process, and we got hit with the bad news that something went wrong with Frank's, and I don't know what. So we're gonna pull an all stop on Ron's just in case. I mean, we need to figure out what it is. I'd hate to do the same thing to Ron's too, if it is something that we did. Ron's parts are really gonna stay right there. I'm not gonna touch them. Good reason why we have the fake engine, because we can move the truck around. It's like a real touchy time right now. I mean, what happened? What happened? I haven't got a clue. My mind's been racing for the last 3 days about what happened with this truck. I think we're gonna get all this straightened up and we can go get Frank's truck here in just a little bit. We'll get Ron's truck out of the way and get the bay ready to accept Frank's truck. And then, I mean, if Frank hasn't left yet, I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll go pick it up, but I think Frank is kind of ready to bring it down here. And I mean, in a perfect world, we'll get the cab off while he's here. I don't know if we'll be able to make that happen, but find the failure. So we're gonna find the failure. Nobody's perfect. All right, we're ready. All we're missing now is a broken truck. Well, and to clean up all this crap. Bad news happening right now. About had it.
Oh, have a good Easter.
No.
Oh,
Not even at all.
Not even a little bit. I mean, not even at all.
What a drag.
Yeah. Pulled like a dream. Got 11.5 miles a gallon down here. If I get 9 on the way back into the wind,
Yeah, so you had a tailwind coming down.
I kept going. I come to a stop sign, and I'm like, oh no.
Got room.
And then I got to the lot and literally I was working on stopping, and it just went, oh, shit, parked. Uh-oh.
The major catastrophe is going to be if it's crankshaft. That'll suck. If it's lifters, well, it doesn't even matter. No matter what it is, it's going to suck. But, I mean,
Could be worse. Could be dead.
We ain't there yet.
I mean,
We know everything's clean and pretty and put back where it's supposed to be.
Right?
you know, I've been going through my mind of going through all this, thinking, what could I do differently?
When I pulled my trailer up to this lake, okay, so from where my storage unit is, it's straight west like 10 miles and then say 30 north. That whole road is just nice gradual hills. I was paying attention. My coolant I was doing 65 to 70 just because my EGTs were like perfect number. It just, no, it just
It was good.
She was running good. The closer I got to my turnoff, yeah, coolant was 194, oil kept right around 200, 202. Well, the closer I
It's
got,
heavy too, right? It's loaded. I mean, your trailer.
my tool trailer's probably 8,
Yeah,
9.
a little weight on it.
So the closer I got, like a mile away, I noticed oil got up to 206. And then right before I turned, it was 208.
Switching something hot.
I'm like, yeah, but it's still. As I turned and started going at like 45, the oil started dropping right away. So I'm like, wow, that, you know.
Use low on
But the-
RPM when it got hot.
But that was like I pulled my boat out to the river one day, screaming at 75, 80 miles an hour. No problem. So maybe it's nothing, but I did notice that it had crept up like 4 degrees in 2 miles. Not doing anything different. Pretty much, yeah.
Like it had
Yeah.
oil, something was.
So once I got to the house, put it in park, let it idle, dropped the ramp, started getting my stuff out. The painter's guy come with his box truck. It's a real narrow road, so I said, I'll get out of the way, I'll go around the loop, and then you can park here. And then
So you was at the job site.
yeah,
What did she do? Got. It looks like a drip right there. Oh, the Fumoto valve's leaking too. Huh?
Oh, where?
is it really? Is that what it is?
Yes.
I noticed it this morning, but I just took it as moisture from yesterday.
It's probably that paper gasket.
I saw that and I thought about going to.
We'll fix that. Frank had it strapped good. Definitely wasn't going to go anywhere.
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in there.
What?
It looks like brass.
Looks like silver too. I don't know what that is then.
The top was really.
Oh, yeah, I saw that picture. That's brass. You really think we lost at rod bushing? If this is a cam bearing failure, it'd be the first one I'd ever seen. Ever.
I remember you saying
Never seen a cam bearing failure. That's. What else could it be? Rod bushings, cam bearings, or inner material of a bearing, I guess.
Yeah.
But that more looks. That's like brass. What else is brass?
Cousin said, "Looks like you've been at the strippers for a week, because that's a lot of good."
It's a whole lot. I mean, there's a lot. Look, something completely came apart.
Like now. Well, who knows?
Oh my God.
Is it chunky or all fine?
Goodness gracious, that is straight up brass. I mean, as crappy as it is, it'd be kind of cool if it was a cam bearing. Cam bearing don't touch the crank.
I was gonna look.
It doesn't touch the
I was
crank.
gonna look. I think maybe how many miles? 2,000 miles on since I changed oil.
What was that, the 2,500 oil change?
And I think it was actually a little earlier, just because it was nice out. We had a nice weekend, and I thought, next weekend looks cold and shitty. Let's just do it.
I can't believe that. Oh my God. It could be bearing, I guess. Bearing material gets a little funky when you get past the original coating layer. But from the looks of it, it really looks like either cam bearings or rod bushings. Or obviously something that I ain't freaking thinking about. I've never had this before. I've never had I had a guy come in once after we built his engine, and he come in with his oil change and a thing, and he had a bunch of metal in the bottom of it. And I grabbed it, and I went walking outside, and he's like, "No, he said I scraped all that metal from my drill press."
My God.
I was like, "You freak!" I grabbed the bottle. I said, "Where'd you get this at?" And I started walking outside to his truck, and he was like, "No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding." I was like, I was like, "Get the hell out of here until at least tomorrow." This is not a joke. This is real. This is actually happening. So
We'll just find out how real once it dries out enough
and it'll give us a chance. I mean, it'll give us a chance to
to
find out
push the truck in.
what the hell we're screwed up on. Because obviously something got screwed up. So now we're gonna keep that. Need to let it dry for a long time and leave all that metal in it as a reminder. Hang it from the wall.
Oh. I like the other thing Frank gave us better to hang from
There
the
you
wall. I like the other memento better.
Yeah, we can hang this next to that.
Yeah, no.
I'll find a frame for it, honey.
What a drag. We are in the shop and it is time. Frank's truck is outside on the lot. It's been wet here. We got our push truck here. I got it parked in the bay so I can take the lift gate out. It's in the shop, so it's nice and warm. Take it out and push Frank's truck in and let's get to it. I got Ron's truck pushed forward. And I mean, I've been going over it in my head for not 4 days now, 5 days, what could have happened. And I'm starting to wonder about, it's rod bushing. One of Frank's rods I did pull. I didn't like how it seated, so I pushed it back out and put a new rod in it. And I'll have to go back in the video and see which ones it was when we get this thing taken apart. I might have to go revisit the actual pressing in and maybe the oil holes in the rods. Because the 6.4 has oil holes in it, but a 6.4 has no bushing. So is there a chance that the rod bushing is actually getting oil in between the bushing and the rod when I drill the oil hole? So if that's the case, I need like an 1/8 inch, a little bitty tube, like maybe a copper tube that I can press in to the drilled hole in the rod that will act as a sleeve where the joint of the rod and the bushing connect. I don't know. We'll just have to see if it's a rod bushing, cam bearing, whatever it is. But right now, let's get everything fired up and we'll get the lift gate out. Let's do this. All right, I just got it down to a vacuum. It evac'd, and then I popped this bolt loose. So 0.92, so it had a little leak, but not a huge one. Frank said that we had a pinhole going on, I think on that right there, on that fitting. So I guess I forgot this line right here for the airbag. It was down in the fender well, and I must not have lined it all back up, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, I forgot that line. Okay, all done, recovered 0.93. Just a fraction low. 1.19 is what it takes, so we're about 0.2 kilograms shy. All right, I'm not sure what is going on here, but I promise you we did not fill it up that freaking much. What the heck is going on? It did have a power steering leak, and I have seen systems before, whether it be maybe a screwed up something with power steering pump or something, but I've seen them before physically blow power steering fluid out of this reservoir. So we're gonna plan on putting a pump in it because it had a little leak on it. So we're just gonna have to keep an eye on that. It being that high could mean that it's actually pressurizing backwards. Yeah. All right, Frank said he had a oil coming from around here, this connection right here. This is that charge air cooler, that $200 charge air cooler, and I'm hoping that connection isn't a little sketchy. All right, yeah, I think we're looking at that $200 Charge air cooler just has a crappy connection. Julie's sending him a message right now to try to get something done with it. But both sides are not sealing good, and this side has a boot, and it still has oil on it. So that surface right there is not good enough to seal the oil, because this crankcase ventilation goes through here. And so with the fact that it's leaking over here on this side with the boot, says that we're not going to be able to put the 03 style metal tube and have a boot down there to try to seal it up, because it's leaking over there too. So we need to pretty much ixnay this entire Charge air cooler. Very unhappy with it. It's going to be disgusting as years go by right there and right there. So I think we need to scratch it. I mean, that does look completely smashed and deformed. Damn. Frank brought a new tube. Hopefully we don't have to use it, but I think I'd rather change the Charge air cooler. All right, so this Charge air cooler, Julie will find a way to let you know which one it is. We tried to put it together just like this, but that's obviously not gonna work. And then you've got this ridge right here, this backspace that is past this lip, and this lip looks like crap. I'm gonna have to touch that, sand off on it, make it more smooth, make it better. And once oil gets past this lip right here, then this is all kinds of nasty. There's all kinds of it collecting down underneath here. It just leaves a void for it to collect oil in right here. So I hate this Charge air cooler. That's what it comes down to. All right, I have fought the hell out of these cack boots. That one right there is leaking, and it is so solid that it's like not moving. I got the space heater on it trying to get it off. Very easy to tear that boot trying to get it off, and it's leaking. So that's like two sides of bull crap right there. All right, so we got this $230 Charge air cooler out. Julie bought it off eBay. We're testing things out, and that surface is way too screwed up. I mean, doesn't even really look like it's all the way around, but yeah, I think it's too rough. The surface is too rough, and oil can just leak right past it. This had a boot on it, and it was leaking. This one had the plastic tube on it. The plastic tube is really only good for air. It will let oil go right through there. So I guess that is a downside to the plastic. But the aluminum, eBay, $200 Charge air cooler, do not buy. You guys think I can get Julie to put a link in the description for the one she bought, the seller that she bought it from? You guys need to ask her for it. She has a YouTube channel. Go over there and tell her, hey, where's my freaking Charge air cooler I'm not supposed to buy? Because I tried to save a couple of dollars buying that, and now we're sitting here. It only had a 30-day warranty. It still looks brand new, but it leaks like hell. S&B could learn a little bit from the OEM hardware. If they want to use their proprietary rubber stuff, that's fine, but you know, why don't you mimic the OEM that never has a problem with them in the 6-liter platform? These are never a problem, and now Julie's down underneath there. The first time we have ever had to hold the bottom of one of these to get the nut off. That's all I'm saying. All right. Going up. All right. Let's get to it. Find out what happened to her. She's got a lot of brass in her. Something's going on, something's wrong. So the exhaust we messed with here, I'm gonna get that off, and here we go, start breaking her down. All right, I got everything relaxed. Now, start somewhere. I'm sitting here debating on, it's almost the end of the day right now, and how much we're gonna tear apart here. What, 4,000 or 5,000 miles since we worked on it?
Big clamps.
No exhaust trails. Okay. This up, this up, this up, this, and we have removed the engine harness. There you go. Very good. All right, guys, that's the end of the day. That's it, I'm done. We'll come back in and go ahead and find the failure tomorrow. We'll definitely find it tomorrow. It's the end of the day today. At least we got the cab off. Well, at least we got the truck in, cab off, broke down some of it. This is 4,000 or 5,000 miles. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you don't want that at all. Jesus. Okay, we did something. What did we do?